high vibration can sometimes be felt before a single word is spoken. Many people, when they hear the phrase high vibration, imagine someone very special, someone who is always positive, someone deeply spiritual, someone calm, wise, and centered. But in reality, people with a high vibration often have much quieter qualities. It's something you sense before anything is explained, something you feel before words. You may not have spoken with them yet, but somehow you already feel at ease. They may not have said anything special, yet the atmosphere around them feels softer. It feels like you don't have to try so hard, like you can simply be yourself. Human beings don't only respond to words. We also sense the inner state of others, often without realizing it. That's why, when someone's inner world is balanced, people around them tend to relax, even if they don't know why. Today, we're going to explore the signs of people with high vibration, the kind you can often feel the moment you meet them. And perhaps some of these signs may already be appearing in people around you. Chapter 1. A natural sense of safety. When you're around someone with a high vibration, the first thing many people notice is a quiet sense of safety. Nothing special may have happened, yet somehow you feel calmer, even without trying to fill the silence. Just being in their presence feels comfortable. This isn't because they are using any special technique. People whose inner world is settled are not in conflict with themselves. Because of that, their presence naturally feels stable. And human beings are very sensitive to the inner state of others. So when someone is internally balanced, people around them often begin to relax as well. On the other hand, when someone is tense or trying too hard to appear impressive, others can feel that too, even without words. The defining trait of a high vibration person is not what they are doing. It's the quiet stability of their inner state. And because of that, a sense of safety naturally spreads around them. Chapter 2. You don't feel pressured. Around people with high vibration, there's often a surprising absence of pressure. You don't feel like you have to prove yourself. You don't feel rushed to perform. There is simply space to be. In many environments, we unconsciously feel expectations. We should work harder. We should look better. We should achieve more. These invisible pressures show up not only in conversations, but also in the overall atmosphere. But people who are internally balanced carry very little of that pressure. They are not pushing themselves with constant urgency or expectation. And because of that, others around them begin to relax as well. You don't have to hurry. You don't have to perform. That quiet permission is often felt without a single word being spoken, and that atmosphere gently softens people's hearts. Chapter 3. Their presence speaks. People with high vibration are not always the ones who speak the most. In fact, many of them are quite quiet. They don't try to dominate conversations or push their opinions strongly. And yet, something about them still communicates. You may leave a conversation with them feeling clearer or calmer, even though they didn't give you any specific advice. This is because influence does not come only from words. We are affected by the way someone is, not just by what they say. When a person's inner world is peaceful, that state naturally spreads trust and ease to others, and that message does not need to be explained. True influence comes not from how much someone speaks, but from the state they embody. Chapter 4. There is no sense of comparison. Around people with high vibration, there is often very little sense of comparison. No subtle hierarchy, no invisible ranking. In many places, we unconsciously compare ourselves to others. Someone else is doing better, someone else is more successful. And quietly, those thoughts begin to shape how we feel. But people who are internally aligned do not define their worth through comparison. And because of that, others around them begin to release comparison as well. There's no need to compete, no need to prove your value. In that kind of atmosphere, people naturally return to being themselves. And that authenticity quietly spreads through the space. Chapter 5. The space feels softer. When someone with high vibration enters a space, the atmosphere can begin to feel different. Conversations soften. The environment becomes calmer, even without anyone trying to entertain or control the moment. The space feels comfortable. This isn't something mysterious. A person's inner state affects the environment around them. When someone is tense, the atmosphere often feels tight. But when someone is internally settled, that calm naturally spreads. And little by little, the expressions of the people around them soften as well. Human beings influence each other not only through words, but also through energy. And because of that, someone whose inner world is balanced can quietly change the atmosphere of an entire space. Final chapter. High vibration is not reserved for special people. People with high vibration don't necessarily look extraordinary. Often they appear very ordinary. They aren't trying to stand out. They aren't trying to impress anyone. The real difference is simple. They are not fighting themselves. They are not constantly trying to change who they are, prove their worth, or compete with others. Instead, they are quietly aligned with their own inner state. And that alignment naturally affects the people around them. What's interesting is that these signs are not limited to a special few. As someone's inner world begins to settle, the same changes can slowly appear. And perhaps right now, that quiet shift may already be beginning within you. I am Realia. High vibration is not something you create by adding more to yourself. It naturally appears when your inner world becomes still and aligned. If this message resonated with you, please support the channel with a like and a subscription. And if you felt something while watching, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Until next time.